Hey folks, Scott Grove peeking down here. I just didn't want to move the camera that much. Some more quick licks for you. Just nice quick lessons that'll help a lot of people. This here is kind of a country thing, southern rock thing. Throw some distortion on it. It's a great rock thing. Okay, so don't let this fool you. Just I'll throw some distortion on later and let you know. You'll see just how flippin' cool it is. Today I will be showing you this on one of the least popular, or underrated guitars, I should say, out there. Not least popular, but these should be way more popular than anything, a lot of things out there, I should say. These, that's right, the G&L, ASAP, George Fullerton and Leo Fender. After Leo sold the company, you know, the two got together, and guess what they finally figured out after all this time? Number one, how to make much better guitars than the original Fenders, by far. Plus, number two, when they went to make tellies, that, yeah, sure, they can make a Strat out of them too, so that opened up a whole world of things. And number three, they realized, hey, strings don't have to go through a body of a guitar because it makes absolutely no difference at all in the tone. And no, it does not make any difference whether the strings go through the body. Okay, so they just flap right through there, good and ready to go. What's the other thing they figured out? Hey, the telly was all screwed up when we made it. Let's go ahead and give it 6 saddles like it's supposed to have. So that's what they did, and they did, and they did, until Leo died again. And then they started putting 3 saddles back on again just to do throwbacks to the old day, and now they're not popular anymore. Go figure. So they were doing them right while Leo was alive, when him and George were actually running the company. So anyway, enough with a little guitar history there and a little rant about what's supposed to be what. Anyway, these are going to be 7th licks in the key of D. These take place of B benders and G benders. Okay, so these will be the licks of, okay, this kind of thing. Okay, so that kind of thing where you normally can't get that without benders. Okay, the way to do these are very simple. I'll use a pick for right now just because I know most of you do. Okay, the simplest way to do this is to go right to the D source on the high E string with your pinky on the 10th fret and your ring finger on the 10th fret of the B string, and do simply, you're going to start with a pre-bend on the B string. So have a finger back here on the 8th fret of the B string to help you with the bend, not playing anything. Okay, so you're hitting the E string on the 10th fret, then you're going to hit the B string, which is already bent up a whole step. Release it. Okay, same thing, back a whole step. So you're now on the 8th and 8th fret, same thing exactly. Okay, now you're going to do the whole thing, move it down 1 fret, but we're moving to changing strings. We're going to put our ring finger on the 7th fret of the B string. And now we're just going to start with a pre-bend with your first finger on the 5th fret of the G string. So that would have been normally just a D major, but you're just going, so you're releasing what is bent up to D and releasing it down to C, so giving you your 7th. Then you can finish out the 7th chord by putting your ring finger or middle finger, yeah, that guy, right here on the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, so you can bend it back up and come back into major if you want, and a lot of clicks are welcome here. Okay, so whatever you want to do with flavor, but those are the main notes. Okay, you can even start way up here and we're around the D. Okay, so where we're looking at 14, 15, 14. Actually go to the 14th fret with your high E string using your ring finger, and just go with your middle finger to the 11th fret on the B. And start off with the 7th. Start off with a pre-bend and let loose of it. Then little lick there just for fun since it's a quick lick, and then we're out of here, and I'll show you a little thing with distortion. Is okay, G string 7, 5, D string 7, 5 back on the G, then 7, 5, 3 on the D, slide, pull off, then you're hitting the D note, which is the 5th fret of your A string, then hit the D string again, which is still fretted at the 3rd fret, bend it towards the floor half a step. How's that for cool? Okay. I'm just adding a low A on there if you want to for fun. Okay, so that's the licks. Okay, add a lot of clicks. Okay. Okay, if you were to throw distortion on here, okay, same thing could work for you. Okay, so just to prove to you, it's not just a country thing, but a twang thing is great. Okay, so there you go, another quick lick on the countryside. Well, that's one of the best sides to be on. Then again, throw on some distortion, throw on some crunch, throw on some stank on it, make it good. Do it on a good old G and L, ASAP, back in the good old days when they made them right. Before Leo died for the last time. Okay, so these were back when they were good. Skip the tribute stuff, get the real thing, okay? It's one of the most depreciative guitars around, so while they are on the downslide, get them now before people discover how truly cool these actually are and how much, oh God, how much better they are than all Fenders from all countries. Okay, take care. Scott Grove, bye-bye.